Sega has released more classic games than most can count throughout their history, but with so many games, the question of which ones are the best come to mind. I'm Will from Game Rant, and today we're talking about the 10 best Sega games. Number 10. Valhalla Chronicles 4. The Valhalla Chronicles is a series of turn-based strategy games that has been going on for a long time now. The most beloved of these games is Valhalla Chronicles 4, in which players take control of Commander Claude Wallace and his childhood friends in their fight against the Valkyria. This fight isn't the usual warfare, however, as the Valkyria have godlike abilities the player must overcome. The game brings a wonderful presentation on top of the gameplay with watercolor-style graphics and nostalgic music. Number 9. Daytona USA. Sega has developed many games from a wide array of genres, with racing being a notable one. Daytona started as a purely arcade title before being ported to the Dreamcast in 2001. Despite its simple premise, Daytona remains a Sega classic for many gamers, and its popularity garnered a version with enhanced graphics to be released on the Xbox Store. This beloved racing game is luckily out of the arcade and securely on consoles. Number 8. Sonic Mania Plus. Sonic is arguably the most iconic franchise under the Sega umbrella. With countless games and spin-offs and a loyal fanbase that sticks by the blue blur through thick and thin, a return to his original games would make a lot of sense. Sonic Mania Plus expands on the already great Sonic Mania by adding a new mode and revamping the presentation. This game is a must for the Sonic and classic platformer fan alike. Number 7. Jet Set Radio Future. Jet Set Radio is an action game with arcade-like elements such as timed level design. Jet Set Radio Future would remove these arcade elements and expand the game into a more open-world experience. The game keeps its freestyle gameplay as players skate around graffitiing walls and running from the police. Not to mention the impeccable visual presentation and the iconic soundtrack that is still beloved to this day. Number 6. Rez. Rez is an interesting game that stands out as a completely unique experience. The game is a musical on-rails shooter that gives players fast-paced action and plenty of songs to shoot along to. Despite being an arcade rail shooter, Rez also has a story that is enthralling in its own right. Players are set to save the world through rail shooter action and amazing music. Number 5. Phantasy Star Online. Phantasy Star Online stood out as the first attempt at an online game completely on console. Players would be called to work together to unravel the mysteries of the game and grow stronger to challenge greater threats. The series would continue to draw players to its great gameplay for years to come. Number 4. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. Like a Dragon, otherwise known as Yakuza, is a series that is beloved by many gamers. The RPG gameplay works well when combined with the zany tone of the story and riveting combat. Infinite Wealth is widely considered the best entry in the series so far, as players control two separate characters as they get stronger and stronger before colliding in a twist of fate. Number 3. Panzer Dragoon, Orta. Yet another rail shooter, but also one that is well known and beloved among Sega fans. The world of Panzer Dragoon Orta is in danger, and only with the help of your dragon companion will you save the day. Only by using the different dragon powers, weapons, and advanced attacks will players fight back the threats to this world. Number 2. Virtua Tennis. It's a little strange for a tennis game to be taking one of the top spots on our list, but I promise it's for a good reason. Virtua Tennis is pretty straightforward. There are no special abilities or power-ups, but what it does have is realistic details that really put it a step above the rest. Sega put a lot of consideration into the kinds of courts and how the ball interacts with different surfaces, meaning that a clay court will have a different feel than a carpet one, and so on. Virtua Tennis may be simple, but it has a lot underneath the surface. Number 4. Virtua Fighter 4. Topping our list is perhaps one of the greatest fighting games of all time. Virtua Fighter 4 supplies players with a wide cast of characters, each with a different fighting style. This means that players have to balance their playstyle with that of their opponents. Beyond the fighting style, stances were able to be changed mid-fight in order to play more defensively or aggressively. Virtua Fighter 4 gives players an unforgettable experience that is one of Sega's greatest. That was our list of the 10 best Sega games. For more games and articles like this, remember to drop by GameRant.com. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you next time.